We'll start with Dave Woods from Bruin Report.
Hey man, how you doing?
Morning. Good, and you?
Good. So what's your comfort level in the defense and the scheme overall now that you're heading into your senior year?
I feel like I'm comfortable with anything our coach gives us. Coming off of last year, we really didn't have a spring, so learning the plays was kind of something that was a little difficult for us. But now that we had a spring ball fall camp right here, just feel better playing anything and whatever he gives us.
What are the biggest differences for you in this scheme compared to the first couple of years now that, Coach Norwood is in and adding his influence to everything? Just what's the biggest difference for you as a safety?
Just communication. Talking is real big in the back end. So just talking to one another and just making sure we're on the right page with whatever's thrown at us is a big deal for us.
What's the biggest thing you've learned from Coach Norwood now and, heading into his second year as the defensive backs coach and, working with the whole scheme?
A lot of things from Coach Norwood, Coach Burns, and then just from a few other coaches being here. So I could say being patient, post play, where my eyes should be, where my eyes shouldn't be, hand placement. So yeah, many things from these coaches.
All right, thank you.
Welcome.
Tony Siracusa from Last Word.
Hey, Stephan, how you doing, man?
Morning, good, and you?
Good, thanks. Listen, Sean Ryan talked about something with regards to the offensive line the other day, and I want to throw it out to you in perspective of a defensive backfield. And that's with you guys being so veteran, so experienced, having a comfort factor with who's next to you, or in your case, who's behind you, who's out there with you, and a comfort factor that you know the assignments and not only where you're going to be, but where the other guys back there are going to be. What's that like in a defensive backfield?
What's it like? It's really a leader role, knowing where everybody needs to be, because not only does the back end players come to you for something, but you got the linebackers. You probably got some ends coming back to you like, oh, like if so and so happens, like what do I have? What do you have? Where are you going to fit? So I want to say it's more like a leader role, because you got to know your position group and where you got to be at, but also where everybody else got to be out on the field.
So there's a comfort factor then when you've got so many seniors and you got so many experienced guys. You got a lot of guys out there who know all of the different positions. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
Great. Thanks for your time.
Other questions for Stephan? Yep, Sam Connon from SI.
Hey, Stephan, how you doing?
Hey, good, and you?
Good, thanks. So obviously you being one of the more experienced guys, you're one of the leaders in that defensive backfield, but then Q Knight too, it's only his second year, but there's a lot of people are talking about how important he is to kind of the culture of the defense. Can you just talk about what he brings as a leader, as a key part of that defense, what his voice, his personality and all that?
Energy for one, leadership. He's just an elite dude. Like, him coming back was a big deal for us because we needed somebody like him to help up our game again. Just seeing him in the 6 to 7 games we had last year was big, and then about to get a whole season out of him is just another huge thing for us. So yeah, once again, brings energy, great leader, never down. And then even if something bad was to happen, he's the one keeping us up. So yeah, real leader, great energy, great guy.
And then talking about his decision to come back in the offseason, is that something that you, like as a teammate and friend, kind of try to get him to come back to help the team, or let him do his own thing, or just kind of try to keep your ear to it? What was your role or like in that?
Trying to really leave it to him. These are big decisions we got to make for ourselves, so we don't really want to put pressure on anybody, especially going to the NFL. They're just staying to get one more year with the guy. So it was really on him, and when he made the decision to stay, then yeah, all the guys were excited.
All right. Thanks, Stephan.
Let's go to Rick Kimbrell from Bruin Blitz.
Hello, Stephan.
Hey.
Last year, the pass defense was ranked 114th, 115th in the nation, 11th in the Pac-12. That's not all on the defensive backs, but how can the defense as a whole improve that number Because if you improve that number, when you take into account that you lost all your games by a total of 15 points, a play here and there is the difference between 3 and 4 and being undefeated.
Right. But playing better for one, and then understanding the playbook and coverages better. Like I said in the first question, we didn't really have enough time to really go over the plays, learn everything like that. We had that one fall camp and then just headed straight into the season. So now that we got a spring ball under our belts, another fall camp, I feel like the guys are more mature and more ready to take on the challenges we're going to face.
What do you think some of those challenges are?
Staying calm, not folding under pressure, believing in one another, and then once again communicating is a real big deal for us.
Good deal. Thank you very much, man. Good luck to you next season.
Thank you.
All right, any final questions for Stephan? All right, we'll let him go. Thanks for your time, Stephan.
Thank you.
We got Q Knight moving into the chair right now. All right, Q, we got you muted.
How you doing, everyone?
All right, we'll get started with Dave Woods from Bruin Report.
Hey Q, how you doing, man?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Doing well. It seemed like you kind of jumped into the scheme with ease last year. What made it such an easy transition for you?
The first thing I feel like, coming from Kent State, we both played similar defenses there. I was also the striker, played the striker in the nickel role at Kent State. So, and even at Maryland. So it was a pretty easy transition with all the experience that I have, with college football. And at the end of the day, it's just football. So, just learning concepts and things like that, I was able to, hit it rolling.
So from your perspective now, having been in it for a year, seeing what UCLA is doing, what do you see as the biggest areas where this defense needs to improve going into this year?
Like Blake said, I feel like our main thing was, just all being on the same page, all communicating well, and I feel like that is something that we were focusing on every day. And every day before a play, we're making sure we have multiple guys talking, because if you don't communicate, you're a bad defense. Great defenses communicate very well. So that's the main thing we're trying to do.
With you coming in as a transfer, having such a huge impact in year one, what's your pitch to transfers who want to come into UCLA, play for Coach Kelly?
My pitch for transfers in general, just coming to the program and you have a fresh start. Nothing you did anywhere else mattered. So just come there and put your best foot forward and try to bring guys along with you. So that's my pitch for any transfers coming into a program. Bringing guys with you and be a leader, because you've been brought into the program to be a leader.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Sam, go ahead.
Hey, Q, how's it going?
What's going on, Sam?
Not much. So obviously we've talked a lot about how you're one of the vocal leaders on this defense, but just the rest of the defensive backs, you got Q Lake, Blaylock, Jay Shaw, Obi, all these veterans along with you. What is your relationship like, that group of you older guys, to kind of come at this team as a group of leaders?
Oh man, our relationship, as far as the defensive backs, we're really close. Every day, we're doing stretching, doing abs together after workouts, doing whatever that we can do to build a bond and become tighter, because, once we're on the field, it eventually makes you play harder for your brother, knowing that you guys have built the bond and built a huge relationship. So that's our main thing. That's what we're doing right now. Just trying to make the best out of this all season, get closer, and when it's time to play, we're all been through everything with each other, and we can come out on top together.
And then from what we've seen of you guys at practice, it looks like you and some other guys are definitely bringing a lot of energy, looking to have some fun out there. How important is that? Obviously, you want to stay in shape and learn the plays and do the drills right, but to kind of enjoy yourself while you're out there on the practice field during fall camp.
That's huge. It's funny you ask. I was telling young Devin Kirkwood yesterday, if you're not having fun with this game, you're not doing nothing. This game is all about fun, and when you're having fun, it makes you play better. You know what I mean? Coach Ash tells us the best guys perform the best. I mean, under a great mood. You know what I mean? If you're down and mopey all the time, that tends to mess up your performance. So trying to be in good moods every day is huge, and I mean, we know that it allows us to play better. And, you know what I mean, the best thing about that, we have a bunch of guys who understand that. So we have a bunch of guys who are trying to keep the whole program in great moods. You know, it's not just me. I mean, I love the attention I get for this, but it's not just me with the leadership roles. We have many guys that taking advantage of this leadership role. Blaylock, Qwuantrezz, Obi, Britton. The best thing about this team is that we have a lot of guys that knows how to do things right.
Thanks, Q.
Yes, sir.
Tony?
Hey, Q, what's up, man?
How you doing, Tony?
All right, man. All right, so I want to piggyback off what Sam just asked about the kind of keeping things loose. There's a time for the intensity, right? And there's a time to keep things loose. I saw you posting some karaoke moves on social media the other day. What song was that?
Beautiful Girls by Sean Kingston.
All right. Now, it looked like you had some guys back there doing some moves behind you.
Yeah.
That is this part of your leadership role, like you were talking about, kind of telling people when it's time to work and when it's time to loosen up a little bit?
Yeah. Well, you know, that there is just, you know what I mean, something that we decided to do here, just to have fun. You know, it's hard to think about how hard camp is when you're having so much fun like this, you know, and it goes back to what I was saying, building bonds with your brother. So we don't really, so right now we're not really thinking about, you know what I mean, camp as the hard grind, you know what I mean, tiring every day. We're thinking about camp as fun. You know what I mean? It's fun to be here, and Coach Kelly doing a great job at keeping us, you know what I mean, keeping the program happy. Like with karaoke, you know what I mean? It was great, you know what I mean? Just seeing, I mean, me, all the position groups go up there, and, you know what I mean, we even have some coaches that's gonna get into it as well. So this right here is keeping, you know what I mean, keeping the energy up throughout the program. And yeah, so hopefully, you know what I mean, hopefully this all leads to great things.
All right, now you're heading into your 6th year. What's left on the learning curve for you? I mean, you got experience. It's your 3rd school. What's left that you still need to learn to bring it to the next level this season?
The learning curve, you know, I would say, you know, just being more involved in my film room. You know, that's a huge step, you know, knowing what's going to happen, pre-snap recognition. So that's all that I'm just trying to get sharper, you know, in the film side, you know what I mean, on the whiteboard and things like that. I feel like you said, I've saw, you know what I mean, many things throughout my college career. And I feel like, you know what I mean, I saw it a number of times, and I mean, I know what's going to happen. So just being more involved in the playbook is going to help me make more plays.
Great. Thanks for your time, Q.
Yes, no problem.
Let's go to Rick Kimbrell from Broom Blitz.
Okay.
Hi, Q.
How you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you. Everybody says you're a leader, and what does it take to be a good leader?
What does it take to be a good leader? Just knowing how to bring the best out of the guys around you, and doing things right, and giving your best, and just leaving it out on the field, being an example every day, not coming in here one day and, you know what I mean, you being a guy that's, you know what I mean, loud, and the next day you come in here moping, you know, you come here moping around, can't bring your teammates along. So just consistently being the best you can be, whether that's in the classroom, on the field, and leading by example the whole time, and doing it on a day-to-day basis.
Can that be taught, or is it just something innate within you?
I feel like being a leader, it definitely can be taught, and I mean, it's being taught. I feel like that's our culture right now. You know what I mean, being a leader, you know what I mean, all of us, you know what I mean, we believe that this team is a player-led team, and what comes with that is multiple of guys being leaders. So yeah, so I feel like we've seen the way it's supposed to be done, and many guys have took off with it, and trying to make the best out of it.
The question that I asked Stephan about being ranked 114th, 115th, number 11 in the Pac-12 in passing defense. How do you improve on that? And I know it's not all the defensive backs' fault, so there's a lot of things that come in play. But how do you, as a defense as a whole, move it up a bit? Because if you do, it's going to mean winning games.
Yeah. I'd say, believing in ourselves, believing that, we're supposed to be here, supposed to be in front of the guy that we're lining up against, and just doing it because, we have a bunch of coaches that's absolutely teaching us the best technique that we can have right now. My coaches are teaching us great techniques that's going to help our game tremendously. And just believing in what they're saying, that's going to, put us to the top.
Thank you very much. Keep singing and good luck next season.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, let's go to Sam for one final question.
All right, Q, I got to ask you about the karaoke. So does that just come out on the field every couple of days? Is it stationed somewhere in the facility?
Yeah, so actually, pretty much just every day after, the last meeting before we go home, we all come up on the field and we have the big karaoke screen outside, and we just sit out and just watch like an audience. Every position group get their chance to go up, and we just cheer them on and we have a good time.
Which coaches have done it? Are you allowed to say?
Actually, the coaches are going to go closer to the end, so we're pretty excited to watch who goes. Hopefully, we get Coach Kelly to go. That's who I'm looking forward to doing it. Coach Kelly and Coach Ass.
What's been the best performance? Like who was it and what's on? You have a take?
The best song, I would say. Okay, I can say the winners right now. So for first and second place, to me, would be the tight ends and then the strikers. With the strikers and the tight ends right now are going neck and neck. So it's up for someone else to beat us.
What did the tight end sing?
What did it? I think the tight end sing like a Michael Jackson song. I'm not really sure. I forgot, but if I'm not mistaken, it was a Michael Jackson song. So it was pretty good.
All right, thanks, Q.
No problem.
All right, I think we'll end it on that note. Thanks for your time, Q.
Y'all be great.